Hello modelers, this is John back with the 16 by 8 Gorge. I finished putting my Gorge area in as far as the wooden table, and as you can see, I did take the diorama, unwrap it, and clean off some of the ground cover, and took all the trees off, and I put it in where it was originally designed to go. So that was designed, that space was designed for that. It actually right now, from right over here, it comes up off the board 5 inches and goes down 6 inches into the board. So anyways, I just thought I'd show this to you. This was my original intent, and as I mentioned before, this is where everything is going to start from. This is the starting point for the height of the track, the height of the hills, mountains, whatever I build in here. Of course, there will be higher ones as you come out here, you know, beyond this. I will make higher peaks and stuff like that. And same thing going around the back, all the way around. There will be quite a bit higher pieces back there. And I had mentioned earlier that I was going to make this so I could, I'm going to lower this a little bit so I could put the alternate backgrounds in there, and I am going to do that still. What I'm referring to is, if you look back here, you can see the rock that I put in here. That's from that old desert layout I had. It's literally just sitting, and I'm referring to this thing back over here. This thing. So that's just a 3.5 foot long, about a 4-inch thick canyony rock that I made for my desert when I had it before. So I just shoved it back there just for looks for right now and threw a few rocks in front of it. I don't know that that'll be permanent. As a matter of fact, it won't, because nothing is going to be permanent back there, because I made it so there's a 4.5 to 4 3/4 inch space back there, so I can put alternate backgrounds in there from time to time when I get bored with certain things, which I do get bored with a lot. So that's why I just put it back there right now to fill up the scene, and it does kind of a good job for that. You look straight on at it, it looks pretty darn sharp in my opinion. So, and like I say, as you can see, I did scrape off all the ground cover. That's what this jug was for. It's sitting there. This is everything that was on the thing on the outside, lightly glued, except the trees, of course. Those are in a box and will get reused at some point. What I am planning, though, is down here in this area. Of course, my other track will come across here, and there'll be a bridge right here, a smaller bridge, not a 28-inch long one like what's up there on top now. But I'm planning down here to put them ponds that I made, that I've shown some videos of. I'm going to cut those in right into this pink stuff here, and then I'll work my way around as far as landscaping them. So, but for the meantime, what's going to happen here is this will all be built out to kind of match what you're seeing here, how it comes down, and it'll go up. And the track's going to remain level with this board on this side and over here. Same kind of thing right here. I'll build this up. I'm going to angle this up a little bit. I'm going to contour the land to this, where it's kind of still left pink. And the reason I had also scraped all that stuff off, and by the way, scrape, that sounds a little rough. It wasn't scraped at all. I took a stiff brush and just brushed it off. And everything came off except what you're seeing is a few specks. It looks like there's more than there is, but there's not that much on there. But the reason I did that is because I have to paint this all over again to match the new stuff. Otherwise, I know there's just no way I would get it to match. If you look at the rock that's in the background over here, you can see this has got a little more yellow than what this stuff does. Now, this is appearing on my camera a little darker and a little more, I would say, almost a little more golden reddish than it really is. It's more of a kind of a yellowy tan is what I would call the color. But anyways, so this is where the track is, what's going to be set as far as height and what's going to determine where the tracks go tall and short and everything. I'm hoping with this that when I start over here, this track's going to run all the way around there and around that back side and come around here. And about where you see the end of this track right here, this is going to be pretty close to the end of the transition from the risers, bringing the track down to a level surface. So, and which is a good thing because that's where my switches are going to have to start being located. I'm going to have several switches there. Like I said, the plans on my my layout that I showed you, they're close, but I always change a few things in there just to make sure that, well, I just change them as I go because there's different things that I decide. And as a matter of fact, I've already decided potentially I might use my old train warehouse building maintenance shed that I had also right next to the mine. So, because there's a lot of space there to use up. And I think that thing looked pretty cool. So, my opinion. Anyways, and then of course, coming around this side, this is just going to be pretty much hills all the way around. And pretty much done in this same theme. Again, they'll be landscaped and with trees and things like that. So, I think when I did this for the diorama, it was really, I liked it a ton, but what I'm going to do is I'm probably not going to go quite so many of them kind of the pine trees. We'll just see. I'll decide as I go, but I'm going to probably use some other kinds of trees as well. So tentatively anyways. So, and then of course, as we come around this side, that track's just laying there. I was just measuring. As we come around this side, as I mentioned in my video, and you saw before, there is going to be a river, or a little lake-ish kind of river thing over here. This will be a bridge, and I'm anticipating that bridge will be about 2.5 to 2 3/4 inches off the table, and I might drop the foam 1 more inch to give it some really good height. And then it'll transition back all the way down, coming around there. That's about, I would say 3 inches. It'll bring it up to about this point up here where it would pretty much level out to be flush with the board. And then of course that front track will be level all the way around. So anyways, yeah, I'm not going to put the brown masonite on here until I get this entire area all mapped out and with the foam, all my walls, canyon walls and all that stuff all figured out, because I'm going to have to cut this kind of like I did for the diorama. I don't think I'd be able to use the same pieces as the diorama. As a matter of fact, I know I can't. It's going to be, that would be too low. So, but anyways, that's what I got. I think this looks really good. And it should give you guys an idea of what I was thinking in the beginning when I mentioned that this was going to set the precedence for the height of everything. The track currently from the bottom there is 11 inches off the board. Off the main part of the table, it's 5 inches. So now we just got to see what happens next. I'm waiting for risers and material, and things are back ordered. They have one set, but everything else I find online. When I'm shopping, not trying to spend too much. I'm sure if I want to spend a ton of money and don't care about the price, I can find stuff, but I'm pretty thrifty and I don't like to spend a lot of money. So some of it's back ordered. I have to order some more flex track. That's not back ordered, but man, I'm surprised how expensive that stuff has gone up in price. So, but there's a lot of things I got to wait for to get, and that's going to delay a lot of things, a lot of this kind of stuff. And a lot of what I'm going to be doing is just stacking and cutting foam for kind of a long time. So, because as you can see, there's an awful lot of that to do. So, I'll turn this up. So, and as far as one other thing, as far as a backdrop, I had that really neat one. That was just a print. I don't have, let's see, what is this? 29 feet of backdrop to make. I could make one, but I'm not going to do that much. I'm probably going to still stick with what I got. I am going to cut out mountains though and put behind this stuff. So that'll happen probably more towards the end of getting it done. So, but this is gonna take a lot longer than the last thing I did. That last one I built primarily in about 3 months. This one will not be done in 3 months because I usually kind of quit working on this stuff typically around June, at least for the summer. I work on it a lot lighter. We'll just see where I get. I will have a running train though long before that because I want this thing to at least be running. Whether this side here might still all be pink and just as you see it, but there will be a running train because it would drive me nuts not to have something to at least come in here and sit down and grab the guitar and play some music and kind of watch trains go around. So anyways, I just thought I'd show you. Again, I know I said that already, but I'm thoroughly happy with where it's going so far. And let me know your thoughts and any suggestions or anything you might want to add. But I think it's going to look great, and I'm very happy with what it is. Thanks.